Nobody fucking wins. Like it or not, you fight, you lose. None of that shit is up to you. So just fuck it, let it through. Stop playing that fucking game. Like it or not, you bet you lose. None of that shit is up to you. So just fuck it, let it through. Now!
He really did.
Nobody fucking wins. Like it or not, you fight, you lose. None of that shit is up to you. So just fuck it, let it through. Stop playing that fucking game. Like it or not, you bet you lose. None of that shit is up to you. So just fuck it, let it through. Now!
He really did.
So, the last 1 year, last 1 hour, we advocate a little bit about the religion. But at the same time, we all know all too well, as rock musicians, and the relationship between rock music and the Christianity never been
in the same
friendly.
sentence. Are you in this place? So yeah, basically rock and roll, you know, it comes from what? Basically the blues.
But they were Christians one day.
Skills. They weren't. Came from West Africa. They were like actually pagans. They were. That's what they were.
But I think many of these slaves,
they were Christians after. No,
after
apostle. They went after. Yeah, they were. They were just pagans, basically.
So blues was started before they went to the church.
Yes, they have their own instruments. They have their own. You know, Martin Scorsese has this. I bought this album. Martin Scorsese did the production, the music production. He was the first recorded blues. And they had this shit, one string guitar. Because this motherfucker, sorry, no offense, they didn't have many strings.
Yeah.
They didn't think they need many strings, you know. And I even have this attitude when I play solo, my brain goes from left to right, like I'm writing. You know, this thing that when you play solo and you go up and down to the strings, is more advanced, is Western world. These poor motherfuckers,
was it still a guitar?
It was a guitar-like thing, like a steel guitar. It was like, and it was.
So it's not a guitar.
It was a guitar.
Guitar with just one string.
One string. It was tuned in E. That was like normal G major tuning, I guess. And that was it. That was the blues. And they were playing pentatonic shit. But think about it. We were in the Western world where we're like following all these classical geniuses, composers like playing, you know.
Yeah.
If you see this shit, you've seen this shit. It's like endless. And then went to this ba-da-ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. And this shit was what the fuck is it? It sounds so cool. And it's simple. It was like one string guitar. There you go. You have the blues. You know, these people were they were religious, but they were like believing in the fire. They were believing in the river. They were believing in the woman. They were believing in the power, you know.
Wind.
In the wind or some shit, yeah. And you fucking went there with a fucking ugly shit and you just, you know, enslaved them. And you know what, motherfucker? They're still making better music than you. Even so. Even fucking so. Even with all this training and all this theory and all this music bullshit, still, you want to call them African Americans, people of color in the United States, the greatest artists in music by far.
So if that is true,
yeah,
if the story you're putting here is true, then like some people blame rock and roll music and metal music a lot for being evil. That's not true. Then it's not necessarily evil.
It's a working class music. That's it's a class thing.
It has just different root.
Yeah.
But then maybe it has crashed with this orthodox fucking Christianity over white people's religion. Maybe they crashed to each other.
I'll tell you this. let's just say God in Orthodox Church says, I created music for you, so you praise me. In a sense, that's what the Old Testament says. But when this writing get confused, it means you create music for positive ways. You create music to bring happiness to people. You shouldn't create music to create depression and sadness. However, we rock stars, we create definitely negative vibes for people sometimes because we choose these topics. So in a sense, yeah, it classes. It definitely classes. Because if you go to a Catholic church, even Orthodox church, the vibes are really tuned. You know, it's like, you feel like, yeah, you breathe and everything is nice. But when what happens if you go to fucking Slipknot festival? It goes like, or a Mesuga. Fucking Mesuga. It's like, you know.
That is why so many of these rock musicians that we like hated
church,
hated fucking Christianity, especially Catholic.
Like who? Give me an example.
I'm not a slave to a God don't exist.
But you're still using all these fucking harmonics, that classical music.
I'm not a slave to a God doesn't give a shit.
Mr. Brian Werner. Order. Mr. Brian Werner, can you tell us the occupation of your father? He was a priest. So, and again, Keenan, same. His father was a priest. So all these people that have a priest.
What kind of church?
Or Christian flavor. Okay. Christian flavor, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. So you're priest, you're creating rock stars. So then, what's wrong with that?
You know what? Yeah, this is how it goes. The story goes like this most of the time. So since the religious practice is still a human activity, even though it's about God, but this practice is a human activity. We do it.
We do it. Yeah.
We do it.
Definitely.
So it's very incomplete and it's often corrupt, very ugly sometimes. And then from last century, especially in America, very conservative, very Christian, and they became some kind of a authority figure themselves. They were just telling people what to do. Of course, that causes fucking backlash.
This topic we chose today, man. We sometimes we do disservice to ourselves. It's like endless. But think about it. We're talking about the ethereal, the spiritual world, religion, God. And think about it. Who the fuck are we to know? We don't know shit. We don't know. But so how can we justify any of our opinions? It's just our feeling.
Yeah, that is why these rockers were hating this shit, because they've been told what to do, what not to do. They got beat. They told to fucking hate themselves for doing something.
Not all rockers hate Christianity. Some of them do.
Yeah.
Actually, but there's only one flavor about Marilyn Manson. It's just only him, actually, to be honest.
At least in the 20th century, up until 2001 or something.
Yeah.
Rock music and Christianity in America, it was like Batman and Joker.
I could say, You're right. You're 100% right.
And then when we hear the stories, how he was brought up in Catholic church and this Catholic school.
It was some really hardcore discipline.
That's what I mean. They are the authority figure themselves.
But in these stories, these rockers we're talking about, I know about Keenan. I know about Mr. Brian Werner.
God is dead, and no one cares.
I know about Mr. Michael Patton, the singer of Faith No More. All this. We have these great singers of the 90s
I'll see you there.
Of our generation that were like against God, and they have their own beliefs, and that is fine. But the thing is,
they just want it to be free, maybe.
But as I said before, no matter what they say and what they do, we all gonna be judged for what we did, not what we say.
Yeah.
What we say is, when we say something, it's really important, it's really strong. You can fuck somebody really hard by saying him something wrong. But doing something is even bigger stage. Is like another level. So at the end of the day, when we die, somebody will calculate our shit. That's what I believe, at least. So even if you're like God hated rocker or whatever, if you're like a great person,
I don't think God hated rock and roll.
No, it's just an expression. It's just an expression. For real. He
forgives.
He forgives. You know, I've seen these documentaries. Have you seen this shit? Like they say, like if you put like a speaker over a plant and you play different types of music, and they did this shit. They did this exercise. And it's true. If you put classical music, calm ones like a Mozart and shit like that, the flower will grow.
Yeah.
If you put them rock and roll, the flower will fucking die. Because
that's what we're trying to do.
Because the rhythm is like dissonant. We're playing in dissonant, like levels.
But it sounds beautiful to me.
It is beautiful, but it's like it's not for growing. It's more for about destroying. That's what we do.
Well, some things gotta go.
Something needs to break it down to build new stuff.
Yeah, some things gotta go.
Yeah.
I remember Jonathan Davis, Korn.
Yeah, such a beautiful person.
Yeah, saying that, yes, we talk about all these ugly topics in the song. Yeah. All you can imagine.
Yeah.
But after the gig, out of the studio and stage, we're just regular guys.
Why not? They don't have like 3 legs or 5
Yeah, we just
like
we're just regular people. We have our family. We love our family.
By the way, you can steal my states all the time. Listen, what about Dave? Let's talk about
Dave.
him.
Who?
Dave Mustaine. He found Jesus again. Everybody knows what happened to him after he got fired. Basically, we both love fucking Metallica. The way they fire him is disgusting.
Yeah.
And it really affected him as a human being. If these motherfuckers, James and Lars, even now they don't like recognize it, that they're fucking weak, in my opinion. But anyhow, they kick him out in the middle of the day. They fucked him up. He created a new band. Yeah. He played well, but he was always dissatisfied. That's a perfect example, Dave. And then one day he was like, I think, drinking too much wine, shit like that. And he fell asleep in the chair like this. I don't know how. He slept like this, and he drank too much wine, and he had like the air con hitting his arm like this.
Yeah.
So his arm was dead, man. The doctor told him, forget about guitar. It's game over, motherfucker. Game over. No, forget about this. And first time he started like praying. I don't know what happened. And somehow his hand came back. So then he became super Christian. And you know the story. He was doing Rotting Christ, and he didn't allow them to play live because he became Christian. I mean, that's a perfect example of a person going from one side.
It's fucking cool that he doesn't change what he does though. He's still in Megadeth. He still plays same heavy metal, but he just committed to God now.
His wordings are beautiful. It's like more about the truth than ever.
Yeah.
You know, there are people that believe in Megadeth.
Very, very anti-war, all these songs.
Anti-war, anti-establishment, definitely anti-United Nations, which is like a fucking parody organization. And so, yeah, you see, like, even in rock and roll, you find like super Christian people, and you find like, you know, I guess, anti-Christian people. There are more mysticists and shit like that. Then you have Alice.
You know,
Alice Cooper.
It seems to me nowadays it's. I mean, in the Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or culture industry, as a celebrity in the West, the US and the UK, English-speaking world and shit. It looks to me like it's a lot. It takes more to fucking come out as a Christian than to come out as a gay.
Wow, that's fucking line. We should write this shit. Oh, we're recording. We should write this shit down. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe.
Just once you mention anything about God, then you go down. Like people fucking like get you. Make sure you never said that shit again and shit.
Yeah. But you know,
it was a weird time.
It is a weird time, but you know, it's like think about this. When you were like starting, imagine you're like checking some videos. You're checking some rock and roll videos, right? Some guitarist, whatever. What was it? Like, I don't know. Whatever band. And you want to be like this guy. And you pick up the guitar. That was the easy part. And then the difficult part, you went home and you realized, oh shit, I have to invest some time to get in this level. And I found myself even now, like I know, you know, I'm like a super avid R.E.M. fan, you know, and I find they're playing the 2 strings bass, especially guitar, like these songs I've listened to them thousands of times, and I still listen to them. I might listen to it next day and be like, oh shit, it wasn't like what I thought. It was going like this way, not this way, because it had their like levels and levels of expertise when you like learning something. And you can't say like, you know shit, you know nothing, man. You know, you just embrace your life and just be nice and just go on, and that's it. And love what you love. That's it. It's more about love than hate for me. Like, I don't care. You want to be atheist or, you know, whatever.
No, I'm talking about religions like unfairly getting attacked.
They are, and they will. But that's what I'm saying. When you're learning an instrument, it's difficult. You can't start being like Van Halen in today's, right? You have to put like lots of effort. So being in a religion, especially being in a Christianity, is not an easy game.
Now,
you're gonna be
attacked. What's
all
it got
the
to do with people accusing you for whatever you want?
When you ride, you're gonna be accused. Actually, when you ride, you know how you feel. You ride when you're getting accused and attacked all the time. Or then you're going in the right way.
Why is this happening?
Because we humans have this childhood mentality still. We have this child's mentality. Whenever someone goes ahead, we're trying to pull him back. You know what I'm saying? So whoever is ahead is an enemy. I want to do this. Let's do this one time. No, let's make like a proper segment. We read reviews of our favorite albums when they were released. Not now.
Yeah, when they were not famous.
You wanna listen to fucking
Pearl Jam?
Pearl Jam or The Cure Pornography, 1982, the year I was born.
Yeah.
They were telling him, basically, give it up. You're awful, you're disgusting, we hate you. And now we recognize them as major post-punk components.
Yeah.
Maybe the first one.
We heard the same thing, remember?
Yeah. Joy Division, you're disgusting. This guy doesn't know how to swing. David Bowie, disgusting. Pink Floyd, you're using too much equipment. You're using too much equipment, man. They were telling him, you're using this shit. You know, when you're doing something right, people will attack you. It's fine. You shouldn't change your belief. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. If people tell me, "Oh, why you forgiving? Why you're a nice person?" Because
remember the time when we play 1 hour gig
Where?
in a Halloween party. Remember we were
That was
having
nice.
a 10-minute break in the
We
middle.
played in Old Street. No, what was it? In London. Fucking hell.
We have short memories.
No. What was it? I remember.
Nelson.
Nelson. It was Shoreditch.
Yes.
Shoreditch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shoreditch.
We played 1 hour
Yeah.
gig for Halloween party
Yeah.
in that venue, and then we were having a break, short break in the middle of the gig. 10 minutes. We were drinking outside, and remember that guy who came out with us.
And he told me why I was wearing this SS symbol shit.
No, before that he said, "You guys gotta quit,
You should quit this shit.
and
Yeah.
you should quit. It's bad.
You're awful.
Yeah,
People leaving.
It's awful. It's fucking awful."
But you remember what I said to him? I said, "Yeah, thank you for your feedback. Thank you."
And then
I
he
got
said,
him upset.
And then he said, "Your Nazi costume is very offensive."
Yeah.
So I said to him, "Okay, you're wearing vampire costume. So drinking human blood is not offensive." And then he became fucking speechless.
Yeah. Because that's another problem of humanity. We cannot converse anymore. Can we converse? Can we have a conversation with arguments? You know what I'm saying? Can we have
so
arguments?
is it okay to drink somebody else's blood? We know it's not okay to kill Jewish people.
Of course not.
Who said we don't know?
You know, we picked this. People should know. We picked this outfit because it suited the plot of the album as well, and we were making fun. Of course, we're against Nazis. We're against any kind of fascism, and people saying, "Oh, you are a Nazi." They don't have a sense of humor, and that's even worse than being an. I'll tell you.
So
this.
he had this makeup, blood drooling over his mouth. So I said, "Look at your fucking mouth. You drooling.
You look
blood."
like you killed somebody. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's okay, and this is not okay.
Because I'll tell you, because in his brain he's depicting something fake, but we know
Who said it's fake?
people drinking blood to get younger. I heard some shit like this.
Now it went mainstream. Megan Fox
It's
talked
mainstream.
about it, and Megan Fox talked
What
about
Megan said? She's drinking blood.
it. She drank her boyfriend's blood, and the boyfriend drank her blood.
Ooh, nice.
And then she said it wasn't for medical or whatever reason. She said it was like some kind of a ritual.
It is. Yeah, that's how it is.
So that's okay.
It is.
And wearing stupid fucking Nazi costume and playing stupid punk rock music is not okay.
So basically, drinking blood is I guess.
No judgment here. Maybe it's the right thing to do, but let us be. Then we're not harming nobody.
Not drinking human blood is wrong. We should say it's fucking wrong. Wearing a fucking costume on Halloween, it shouldn't be so difficult. Anyhow. Wait! I have to stop you there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Visit our website to join our mail list to receive news and special offers around the band and the show. Feel free to talk shit about things you like or dislike. And please support us through Patreon so we can keep making awesome content for you. Follow us on social media and don't forget, in a fight between idiots, nobody wins. Until next time.